What's up, everybody? It's your boy 722 Marine here once again, and oh, today I want to talk about just the topsy turvy this country that we live in, this world we live in, and just the madness that's happening all around us. I really felt compelled today to make this video because of this article I'm reading, and it's in FoxNews.com. The headline reads: NASA chief, next frontier, better relations with Muslim world. And the only question I have is, what does space exploration, more specifically, what does NASA have to do with the Muslim world? Why should that even come into play if you exploring space and you want to find all the make all the new discoveries you can in outer space? What that got to do with being a Muslim or being a Christian or whatever? So I'm reading this article, and the NASA administrator his name is Charles Bolden. He's doing an interview with Al Jazeera, okay? And he says, quote, "When I became the NASA administrator, or before I became the NASA administrator, he," referring to Barack Obama, "charged me with three things. One was he wanted me to help re-inspire children to want to get into science and math. He wanted me to expand our international relationships. And third, and perhaps foremost, he wanted me to find a way to reach out to the Muslim world and engage much more with dominantly Muslim nations to help them feel good about their historic contribution to science and math and engineering," Bolden said in the interview. Why? I just don't. I don't understand the fascination that Barack Obama has with Muslim people, the Muslim religion, and Muslim nations. What he's just bowing down and reaching out to this segment of people as if he owes them something. And he's using his power, his position as president to seem like he's trying to repay them for something. I don't get it. At the same time, he's turning his back on Israel, our allies in the Middle East, they have given us a wealth of intelligence about the goings on, the things that are happening in the Middle East. So much information that we've gotten from them. And yet he seems to give them the cold shoulder and even scolding them for protecting themselves. And we look at incidents like the flotilla to the Gaza Strip, where all these ships with all these people attacked Israeli commandos that were boarding the ships, and they defended themselves. And if you looked at the video, you can see that before the men even touched the deck, they were being attacked with pipes and poles and being, just beaten, ferociously beaten. And so they drew their weapons and responded, because if they didn't, some of them probably would have been dead. But the whole world is condemning Israel. I don't get it. Let the United States set up a naval blockade. Let any country set up a naval blockade to prevent weapons and other war materials from getting into the wrong hands, the hands of enemy combatants, what you think will happen if a ship approaches that blockade and tries to encroach upon the restrictions in place? We'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing. And Israel already sent out a warning. Do not come. But you know what? Beyond that, they said, let us inspect the ship. We'll inspect the ship and make sure all the supplies get to the people of Gaza. Now, what's wrong with that? That's reasonable. But yet and still, the whole world in an uproar. Barack Obama was in an uproar over this, saying that Israel must ease the blockade. Ease the restrictions of flow of goods in and out of the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Which for the life of me, I don't understand. But it's obvious to me that Barack Obama feels that the United States is the cause of so many woes of the Muslim world, that the United States has somehow caused Muslims to be impoverished, that we have all these poor Muslim nations, that somehow we owe them something. We don't owe them nothing. We don't owe them nothing. Why do we have to bow down? Why do we have to reach out to them? We don't owe them anything. In fact, a lot of Muslim countries owe their freedom to us today. A lot of Muslim countries owe their freedom to us. I fought in Desert Storm. We can just look at Kuwait, for example, and Saudi Arabia, because Saddam would have went straight to Saudi Arabia if we hadn't intervened. So, and the Saudis, they're a strict Arab nation. You can get killed for preaching the gospel in Saudi Arabia, but they owe their existence to us, the United States. Iraq was under the oppressive thumb of Saddam Hussein. But it's just crazy to me that he's using an agency that deals with scientific exploration and interjecting religion into it. Where is the ACLU? Let Barack Hussein Obama have said that NASA should be reaching out to Christians. The whole world would have been going nuts. So, using taxpayer money to violate separation of church and state, all that nonsense. But yet still you won't hear anything about this. I'll be honest, I'll be so glad, hopefully, that this man is voted out of office as soon as possible. I pray to God that he would never get elected. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. I'm not even going to talk about the oil spill. I'm not even going to talk about that. Just the incompetence that's just displayed on so many levels. So many levels. No leadership. None whatsoever. And got the nerve to talk about somebody else and the incompetence that they had. Got the nerve to talk about the lack of leadership of somebody else. This is the worst administration that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And it just keeps getting worse and worse as the days go on. He needs to be I got a funny feeling though, I don't know, that somehow, some way, that people will overlook everything that's happened in the short time that he's been in office and vote him in again. And this country will find itself in the hole that we will never be able to dig itself out of. Peace.